Alright, welcome back to a new Unnamed Gaming, episode of Planet Coaster. This one's a bit interesting because this took me forever to get up. I think now it's been, actually hang on, let me just check how long it's been since I last uploaded. 3 months. It's been 3 months since I uploaded my last video, and it's been a heck of a 3 months, if I'm completely honest. It's been interesting. Lots of stuff has happened. Not much I'm gonna go into, so yeah, let's just get back to it because I haven't got anything else I want to do, and I just felt like, yeah, screw it, I'll just do some more Unnamed Gaming Planet Coaster content. Right back at ya. So today we're going back over the Wicker Man sort of ride, and we're going to be making the station for it, as you can see here, and we're going to be theming it nicely and just doing everything around it, making it look tip top for the guests to come into the park with. Also, I've actually recorded the next video, which is just touching up things in the park that I wasn't too happy about. So you got that to look forward to in the future. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting 15 minutes. I don't know what to talk about, but seeing as I couldn't render this twice, I'm gonna have to fill in the blanks because I can't speed up this footage anymore. Hell yeah, I love Sony Vegas so much. Absolutely got legally, by the way. A few episodes ago, I said that this was very heavily inspired by the Wicker Man. The Wicker Man's theme, the Wicker Man's track layout, the Wicker Man like ride design in general, and I think that's very well replicated in the style of the station as well. The station's it's quite minimalistic. It's actually, I say that it's quite different to the Wicker Man. It's quite minimalistic. It's got a very different station like look to it. I'm gonna keep those little magnum panels because I changed up the station a little bit. But those magnum panels look really cool. Just underneath the wood there, it makes it look really fiery and really cool in general, I think. So the rest of that little bit that I just cut to was all just putting wood planks down. It didn't really cut out that much, maybe it's like 1-2 minutes. But yeah, we start work on the main station building in a second. I really like how this turned out actually, because it's really minimalistic, it's really raw, and it's really like bare. Really open to the elements, and I think that's what wooden roller coasters really should be in general, because they should be really open to the elements, really natural feeling, I should say. I like RMC wooden roller coasters, they're fun and all, but I think my favourite types of wooden roller coasters in general are definitely more natural feeling wooden roller coasters. Your GCIs, your custom coasters, everything like that I just love. That's why GCI is my favourite manufacturer, and even though Wildfire at Colmarden is my favourite wooden roller coaster, I still think things like Troy and at Toverland and Cinder Drac at Efteling, I still think they're some of my favourite wooden roller coasters, even though they're not as big or intense or airtime filled as something like Wildfire or something like El Toro. I still think I prefer your GCIs to RMCs and things like that. However, talking about great rides, over the Easter I went to Fantasialand, which was excellent. I finally managed to spend some decent time at Fantasialand, because the only reason why I didn't like it as much as I thought I would when I went there, and probably why I didn't like as much many of the European theme parks when I went there as I did, is because I didn't have enough time there. Well, this time I think we may have overdid it a little bit. We went for 2.5, pretty much 3 days at the park. That included 2 full days at the park, 1 day where we kind of just like chilled, well, 1 half day where we kind of just like chilled, and overall 22 rides on Taron, which I think was pretty good. I got on it 15 times on the second day, 7 times on the first day, and it was closed on the third day we were there, so we could have done more. I reckon I got enough rides to say that it's the #1 roller coaster in Europe, but I mean, I don't know. My opinions could change when I go back to Colmarden, Liseberg, places like that. Still need to ride Hyperion in Poland. That should be happening next year or so. It depends when I actually end up going to Poland, but it shouldn't be too long. It's not that difficult to get to. Also, the Robin Hood RMC update, RMC hybrid roller coaster, that's it. Untamed is coming to the Netherlands sometime in July, I think. It's already completed the track work. They just need to get the trains on there, start testing the trains. And because it's in the Netherlands, it should be easy to get to, at least for me. And it should be a really cool ride because it's got this really weird, what they're calling a 270-degree double inverting corner stool, I think, which just looks mental. Here's a little video that this guy, Coaster Mac, made of it. And you can just see how weird and messed up this ride element's going to be. I think it's going to be a very interesting, really interesting experience to go through. Other than that, there's not really too much left in Europe for me to do, I think. Because I've done most things in Germany. I've done everything now, except for maybe like Freizeitparkplan or something like that. But it's really, or like Tripstraw, I guess. But it's really just about, I think now going to like Italy maybe. But I think we're thinking about going to Italy at some point anyway to get to Mirabilandia, Gardaland, places like that. Because Mirabilandia looks amazing. It looks, Ice Speed looks awesome. I know that some people say the restraints make it terrible, but I reckon after going with Furious Baco and having it go instantly into my top 10 just for how insane and intense it is, I think Ice Speed just looks like a bigger version of that. In that park you've got Katoon, you've got the new Ducati ride that's opening up. It all looks really good, honestly. Other than that, there's not too much of Gardaland, but other than that, in Europe, other than Energylandia, Gardaland, Mirabilandia, maybe the parks in Madrid, there's not much else to do, I think, in Europe. So that's why we're going to the US so shortly. We're going in, 3 months to the US to, we've changed the plans. We're not going to Six Flags Magic Mountain anymore because that frankly kind of looks like a dump. But we're going to Knott's Berry Farm, California's Great America, Cedar Point and the Carowinds. And I think all of those parks are insane. I can't wait to get on. Namely, Steel Vengeance, Raptor actually at Cedar Point looks like one of the most underrated, even though it's not underrated at all. It's got loads of fans, but it looks like one of the most amazing B&M inverts that doesn't really get talked about as much as some of the other ones like Banshee, Montu, Alpengeist, things like that. But I think, yeah, Maverick, you got Railblazer at California's Great America, Fury 325 at Carowinds, Copperhead Strike at the same park, Hang Time, Ghost Rider, just so many incredible rides I can't wait to get on, and hopefully I'll actually film some sort of a vlog there because we'll actually be doing things, because I didn't get around to filming a vlog in Germany because it just wasn't enough to film. But I think I'll be able to get some sort of a vlog out. It will be more edited, it will actually be good because I'm not really happy with the vlogs that are on my channel, but they're the most viewed videos on my channel, so I'm keeping them up there. I still like to kind of sometimes look back and just think that was a pretty fun holiday. It had its ups and downs, but I think America's going to be so much better than when we went to Europe. So going back now to the ride in the park, I don't really know what inspired me to do this sort of like theming and scenery around it. I just think I wanted to make it look nice, really. I changed out all these rocks, I think, but I just wanted to make it look nice. I didn't really have a set like thing that I wanted to base it off. Maybe Invader at Busch Gardens, but other than that, it's really just whatever I thought looked good. Maybe Vodan at Europa Park, but other than that, it's really just what I felt like putting in there. And I think it turned out alright. I think it turned out really nice, and I try and make, in the next episode that you'll see in, I might upload it in a few days, maybe a week, but in the next vlog you'll see that I try and make the entire park more hilly and more actually not flat, because other than the massive mountain in the middle and this ride, the entire park is really flat and just kind of boring looking, kind of plain, not like great looking. My favourite parks are the ones that kind of have like a feeling of you're actually in somewhere that feels natural, like Fantasialand, like PortAventura, like Europa Park, like all these places that I've been to. And at the end of the day, I just want to make the park look nice. At the end of the day, all theme parks to me is really a hobby, and I just want to, with this game, I just want to do something with my time that actually feels constructive and just play the game and see what I can do with it, pretty much. And I've spent maybe 1,000 hours on it, and I think this is the best thing I've done by far. It's definitely the most in detail thing that I've done, and definitely with the next video, it starts turning into what I would consider a really nicely formatted, nicely shaped, nicely done theme park. And I think with the next few episodes after that, with building the future section, like the futuristic section, expanding on the Chinese section, I think the fantasy section's all good, maybe adding a flat ride in there, but I think the Wicker Man like theming of the flat ride just really brings it all together, and this new almost transition point between the two areas of China and fantasy, like the Enchanted Forest. I think that really brings it together almost. And yeah, with the Chinese area and the futuristic area, and maybe finishing off the Aztec area, it might come together, and it might be something that I'm really proud of, because at the moment I think I'm pretty happy with it. It's just a few things. It's not finished, honestly. That's the only thing, really. It's not finished. So to finish it, even though the frame rate's probably going to be like 2 FPS by the end of it, but to finish it, and if I can upload it on the Steam Workshop, I will. And it's just good fun to do. So yeah, pretty much that's all I really wanted to do with it. So that's about it when it comes to this video. I don't think there's much else that I really need to cover. I think all that's left is building the structure, which is just a little maintenance shed around the break run, because that's what all GCIs seem to do. All of them that I put on anyway do this. Like Troy does it, the Wicker Man does it, Wodan does it, and I think it's just a nice touch. I want to do what the Wicker Man didn't quite do, because the Wicker Man's very boring in the ending. The Wicker Man, do literally just go into a pitch black room and that's it. I just hit the mic, so if it has a little bit of distortion, that I'm sorry, but I'm not re-recording this bit because it's quite near the end of Saturday and I want this up by Sunday, so just gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, just filling up with smoke and making it actually exciting. And that's literally the end of the video. That's pretty much it. I think in the episode after the next one, I might be making a new Chinese themed flat ride, because I really enjoyed making that. But we'll see. I'm not really sure what happens. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been kind of thrown together in the last 2 days, but I think it's been alright. Make sure to thumbs up the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one.